Hi everyone, welcome to GT Boxing, Autumn 2021. The heavyweight division was on fire. Everything was building up to the fight of the era, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Two British champions, two massive personalities, two completely different styles. Commercially, this was set to be the biggest event in the history of British boxing. The Saudis were ready to pour in millions, promoters were negotiating TV rights, and sports outlets were already preparing headlines. It seemed like everything was settled. The undisputed championship fight was meant to happen in the summer of 2021. But then Deontay Wilder threw a wrench into the plan. Through arbitration, he forced Tyson Fury to honor their trilogy bout. And just like that, the dream all-British showdown collapsed. Fury had to face Wilder, and Joshua was left without a mega fight. So, to stay active and keep his titles, Joshua's team turned to his mandatory challenger from the WBO, Oleksandr Usyk, a quiet Ukrainian, former undisputed cruiserweight king, just beginning his journey in the heavyweight ranks. For most people, this was seen as a stay-busy fight, a tune-up before the Fury showdown. Nobody expected that this would be the fight to change everything. At that point, Anthony Joshua wasn't just a champion, he was the face of British boxing. The 2012 Olympic gold medalist, idol of millions, a national hero. He turned pro in 2013, and just 3 years later, captured the IBF title by knocking out Charles Martin. Then came dominant wins over Dominic Breazeale, Eric Molina, and, the defining moment, a dramatic victory over Vladimir Klitschko at Wembley. That night marked the passing of an era. Klitschko fell, and Joshua rose to the throne. After that, he unified titles by beating Joseph Parker, then stopped Alexander Povetkin. He lost to Andy Ruiz Jr. in a stunning upset, but came back in the rematch to regain his belts, showing discipline and adaptability. In 2020, he destroyed Kubrat Pulev in style. Joshua looked like a complete fighter again, powerful, precise, athletic, and confident. Most analysts agreed, Usyk was just a stepping stone on the road to Fury. Compared to Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk looked like an underdog. Since moving up to heavyweight, he hadn't impressed everyone. In 2019, Chaz Witherspoon retired in his corner, and in 2020, Derek Chisora gave him a rough night. Yes, Usyk won, but many said he looked too small, too light, not strong enough. He didn't knock people out or dominate physically. So when the WBO mandated him as a challenger, the British media reacted with a smirk. Another cruiserweight out of his depth. Predictions were brutal. Tyson Fury said Usyk wouldn't last 6 rounds. Dillian White claimed Joshua was too strong, too explosive for the Ukrainian to survive. Even some Ukrainian fans doubted him after the Chisora fight. The bookmakers saw it the same way. Joshua was a 7-1 favorite. The idea of Usyk winning seemed pure fantasy. Before the fight, the purse split was set. 75% for Joshua, 25% for Usyk. Fair enough. Ajay was the superstar, the pay-per-view magnet, the hometown hero. Usyk was the guest, expected to collect a paycheck and a beating. Many even joked he was brought in to be slaughtered. But Usyk thought differently. He spoke calmly, without bravado. I respect Anthony, but I have a plan. Boxing isn't about muscles, it's about the mind. At the weigh-in, the difference was striking. Joshua came in at 110.5 kilograms. Usyk at 100.2 kilograms. Two different species. The British powerhouse versus the mobile technician. It looked like heavy artillery against a precision sniper. In the days before the fight, London buzzed with excitement. Newspapers ran predictions. Fans argued over which round Joshua would finish Usyk in. Bets poured in on the favorite. Hardly anyone gave the Ukrainian a chance. But inside Team Usyk's camp, it was all quiet confidence. Egis Klimas and Vasyl Lomachenko were by his side. They weren't preparing for a brawl, they were planning a chess match. September 25, 2021, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 70,000 fans. The roar was deafening as Joshua walked out like a king at his coronation. Usyk followed, calm, focused, emotionless. He wasn't intimidated. He knew exactly why he was there. Round 1. Silence falls. Usyk immediately takes control. His movement is mesmerizing. a southpaw gliding around, changing angles, feinting, making Joshua miss. And near the end of the round, Usyk lands a sharp left hand. The crowd gasps. The champion is shaken. In the very first round, Usyk keeps dancing. Rounds 2, 3, and 4, a masterclass in technique. He circles, frustrates Joshua, never stands still. The Brit tries to find his rhythm but looks lost. By the fifth, Joshua starts going to the body, trying to slow him down. But Usyk responds with fast, accurate combinations. In the middle rounds, 6 and 7, Joshua finds some success. He lands clean shots to the body, pushes Usyk back, and the crowd senses momentum shifting. But the Ukrainian endures it, adjusts, and by round 8, he's back in command. Round 9, classic Usyk. He traps Joshua near the ropes, lands flush shots upstairs and downstairs. For the first time, Joshua looks tired. In rounds 10 and 11, Usyk dominates completely. He moves effortlessly, throws combinations, never lets Joshua breathe. The Brit stands still more often, breathing heavily, his punches losing power. Then comes the 12th. A masterpiece. Instead of coasting to a decision, Usyk steps forward, cornering the champion, unloading a storm of punches. Joshua is barely holding on as the crowd rises in disbelief. The bell saves him from a possible stoppage. When the final scores are read, 117 to 112, 116 to 112, 115 to 113. It's unanimous. Oleksandr Usyk wins. The stadium falls silent. Shock. The quiet Ukrainian underdog had just dethroned the pride of British boxing. That night, Usyk earned not just belts, but universal respect. Even his harshest critics turned into admirers. He shattered every prediction and rewrote the script. After the fight, the praise was unanimous. Carl Froch said, "Usyk's a genius." He made Joshua look ordinary. Lennox Lewis admitted, "You don't win fights like that with power, you win with IQ." Even Tyson Fury, once mocking, conceded, "He's a true champion. Now I see why no one wants to fight him." That night didn't just make Usyk a unified champion, it broke the entire British boxing plan. The Fury-Joshua dream fight lost its magic. The multi-million-pound blueprint for an undisputed title fight was gone. Britain's crown had once again gone to Ukraine. From that night on, Usyk became a symbol of mental strength and discipline. He proved that boxing isn't just about muscles and size. It's about intelligence, courage, and belief. People stopped calling him a former cruiserweight and started recognizing him as the true king of the heavyweight division. Ironically, Britain became his proving ground. After beating Joshua again in their Saudi rematch, he went on to crush Daniel Dubois, another so-called British hope. Usyk had dismantled the entire British elite, one by one. Today, even those who once laughed at him speak with respect. Usyk made the world admit that in boxing, anything is possible. His story isn't about physics, it's about spirit. He wasn't brought in to win. He was brought in to be beaten, but he left with all the crowns. And by doing so, Oleksandr Usyk forever etched his name in boxing history. The man who arrived with no chance and left as a legend. So what do you think? Are there still real challenges left for Usyk in boxing? Or is it time for him to hang up the gloves? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive GT boxing content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.